sustainability in consumer packaged goods, strategies for reducing new plastic packaging, and the cities to visit for creative inspiration. That and more on today's episode.
Want to know what's next? For over 2 decades, we've led the world's most influential brands to create the right products at the right time for tomorrow's consumer. This is WGSN's Client Questions Answered.
Hello and welcome to the show where our experts from around the globe unpack your biggest challenges. I'm Carla Bizarchi, President and CEO at WGSN. Let's get started. Our first question this week comes from a client asking, in your honest opinion, is sustainability now more than just a nice to have for consumer packaged goods or CPG brands? Giving us their take on this topic is Boris Planner, our Head of Consumer and Market Insight based in Frankfurt. Over to you, Boris.
Yes, absolutely. Sustainability has come out of the niche and it's beginning to evolve into a normal behavior or into a standard expectation. And that's not just in the eyes of consumers, but also from the perspective of financial markets. For food and drink and beauty retailers, there's now a growing risk of being cut off from market funding if they have not worked out a credible sustainability strategy. And among many other things, what this does is it's going to make retailers more picky about who can get shelf space at the physical stores and online and who can supply private label to them. And as sustainability develops into a standard practice and as legislation will get stricter over time as well, brands and retailers must already think about the next level that will allow them to differentiate in a market where everyone is going to be more sustainable. So they should look at regenerative practices now, as well as climatarian diets and fermentation and cellular agriculture and their approach to packaging as well, and also monitor the wealth of innovation that is already available out there and that we keep monitoring all the time.
Expert insight there from Boris, thank you. Our next question comes from a client asking, beyond reuse and recycling, what are some of the most promising strategies for reducing the amount of new plastic packaging? For this one, we're going to head to the US to hear from Claire Lancaster, who's our Senior Strategist on Food and Drink. Over to you, Claire.
Innovators are looking into the potential of bio-based materials that match the price and the performance of conventional oil-based plastics. As the field advances, focus is increasing around the true sustainability costs and benefits of these materials, including everything from the resources required to create the inputs for these bio-based materials to their potential for reuse and recycling at the end of their lives. At WGSN, we're closely tracking the emerging innovation around single-use packaging materials made from regenerative paper, seaweed, or upcycled waste, as well as the emerging reusable bioplastics that can be recycled within existing infrastructures.
Brilliant, thank you Claire for that answer. One of the most interesting reports on our Food and Drink site right now is the Future of Packaging 2027, which explores how end of use will remain a really big focus for sustainability. And our final question for today comes from a client asking, which emerging cities should I have on my radar for creative inspiration? Let's hear what Joanna McGinn, our Senior Strategist for City by City based in London, has to say.
We've actually just published our annual Cities to Watch report, and in it the regions of LATAM, Southeast Asia and Africa really stand out for their youthful energy and creativity. For interiors and a modern meets artisan design, Mexican cities such as Guadalajara have become creative epicenters in the region that's remained open even during the pandemic. In Thailand, Chiang Mai is emerging as a strong cultural city with a flourishing local arts and food scene. And in Africa, we're tracking the rise of cities such as Nairobi in Kenya, which combines an epic natural scenery with buzzing street markets. As the world opens up, it's the places that celebrate their local heritage, homegrown brands, and natural landscapes that really thrive. And after the restrictions of the pandemic, cities that prioritise nature and outdoor lifestyles are the ones at the top of our wish list.
Thanks for those tips, Joanna. Be sure to visit our City by City site regularly to see updates to all our destination guides from Paris and Tokyo through to Austin and Cape Town. Sadly, that's it for this week. If you have any questions or comments that you'd like us to answer, please pop them in the comments box for our team. I'm Carla Bizarchi, and I'll see you next time.